comrades, welcome back. You better get your head in the game because wait. No, that's a reference to the first film. You better bet on it that we're gonna do this video because today we're talking about. No, we're not doing the musical, just the film because I didn't watch the musical. Anyways, I got back together with my friend Jost and we watched High School Musical 2. The second one, if you can guess that. And it was an interesting experience to be sure, so let's get right into it, shall we? Also, do you guys like my outfit? You know, because it's summer vacation and all that in the film. I really like this shirt. I should wear this shirt more often. So the film starts in class. We have our friends Troy, Gabriella, Taylor, Chad, Sharpay, and Ryan. Actually, I don't know if Sharpay and Ryan are in the class, but whatever. As I said, I watched this film like 2 weeks ago. I meant to do this video right after that, but I didn't. So things might be a little fogged. It's whatever. This film wasn't as memorable as the first one, so it's whatever. Anyways, they do this beautiful choreographed dance sequence. I remember Jost didn't quite like this part. I thought it was beautiful. Beautiful. Anyways, we get a glimpse into the Bolton household with Troy and his dad and the basketball people all at his house because they're playing basketball.
Certainly speak with me. He's really working someone.
Can't be Gabriella. Whenever she calls, he just blushes. I never said that.
Troy talks about getting him and Gabriella a job, and he gets a call because... I should probably explain this. So the plot of the film centers around Sharpay and Ryan's parents' resort. Their parents own a resort. And Sharpay, because Sharpay really likes Troy, gets the manager, this guy, don't remember his name at all, to hire Troy and all the other guys because, you know, Sharpay was like, hey, do anything to get him here, right? So Troy's whole condition is that he wants the Wildcats to also be hired because he doesn't want to be there alone. So Sharpay sings this song about wanting everything to be fabulous. She wants fabulous. And then notices Gabriella is a lifeguard and gets mad about that. And Sharpay doesn't like that they all got hired because Gabrielle also got hired. And you know, Sharpay is kind of fighting with Gabrielle, even though they ended the last film on a good note with Gabriella and Sharpay. We're back to butting heads, so that's... And let me just say, Sharpay in this film sucks so much. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely terrible to sit through because Sharpay is just so annoying. Think Sharpay in the first film multiplied by 10. It's so bad. Oh my goodness. So she tells the manager, hey, you can't force them to quit, but you can make them want to quit, right? So he's just, for the rest of this film, I feel so bad for the guy because he's just so mean to these high schoolers, and you can tell he doesn't want to be, but he's laying it into them. He goes, hold on. We'll move past that. We see him, when he's handing out the jobs to the Wildcats, he's very, I guess, monotone and uncaring, which, I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect from a boss in a Disney Channel original film, but it's different here because you can tell he doesn't want to be. And so after that, everyone's like, oh man, I didn't know this was gonna suck. And Troy's like, nah, we can do this. And they can perform a musical number in the kitchen when they're supposed to be working. Another big plot point in this, I'm all over the place right now. Oh gosh, wait. Camera's off center. Oh no. Okay, I think that's fine. We'll see. Anyways, another big plot point in this, sorry, I'm all over the place right now. Bear with me. Another big plot point in this film is this talent show that the resort, or is it a country club? I think it's a country club. This country club puts on a talent show or like something like that every year, and the staff and also Sharpay, like, they sign up and they go head to head, but Sharpay always wins. That'll come. I don't think that's important right now, but it'll be important later. Anyways, after this whole musical number in the kitchen, Troy. See, basically Troy wants to get money for college. That's why he's there. Sharpay notices this, right? And she tells Mr. Fulton to promote Troy to one of those guys. I don't know what it's called, but you know, on a golf course, there's the people golfing, and then there's the people that hold the person's golf clubs. That's what Troy is now, and he gets paid a lot of money for it.
Daddy.
And he gets to meet like this professional basketball. What? No, not a professional basketball. He gets to meet some professional basketball players. Sharpay and Ryan. Well, mostly Sharpay. Ryan's just going along with it. Lure Troy to this like stage outside where Sharpay performs this Hawaiian, stereotypically Hawaiian little dance and song. We're basically rehearsing for her talent show thing because she wants to do it with Troy. She wants to sing with Troy. But Ryan ain't like that. He's not into that, right? He notices that Sharpay just doesn't really care about him.
Back to the basketball thing.
His basketball team are like, hey, what the hell? Can you please, like, why you ditching us, man? And Troy is like, hey, man, like, this is a great opportunity for me. I need to go do this. Like, I'm sorry, but... Well, he doesn't say I'm sorry, but he's like, He might say I'm sorry, I don't know.
Bolton! Come on! Hey! Why don't you tell him to come over here and mix it up? We'll show him some game.
You know, I don't think that's how they roll. It's a close practice, sorry.
Well, maybe you can get us a video. Bolton! Come on! But yesterday you said we were going to play 2-on-2 after work before the baseball game.
I know, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Come on, Zeke. That was so yesterday.
Which, I mean, I feel like that's fair. I'll get more into that later. So, while Sharpay doesn't want anything to do with Ryan, and while Troy is busy with, like, this new job he has and being with these basketball people, they, like, set up this baseball game. Baseball. Nothing to do with basketball or anything like that. It's new sport. Baseball. And so they invite, or Gabriella specifically, invites Ryan to come join their baseball game because he has nothing else to do because Sharpay basically told him to kick rocks, right? And him and Chad go head to head in this baseball game in this song called I Don't Dance, and it is my favorite song in this film.
I don't dance. I know you can. Not a chance. No. If it's on vacation.
So basically the reason why they're singing I Don't Dance is because Chad is saying that he doesn't dance. Like, he's not gonna dance because it's Gabriella's idea to have Ryan choreograph a performance for the workers to beat Sharpay in this talent show thing, right? And Chad's like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But after the game, Chad comes around and he's like, yeah, for sure, man, I'll do it. So that's cool. And then we get Troy coming back because, like, he was supposed to have a date with Gabriella twice, but he missed both of those times. But they did do this one thing on the golf course where they just, like, had a picnic and they threw grapes at each other. And then they went in the pool when they weren't supposed to. Troy is very reckless. Gabrielle is basically his voice of reason, and she doesn't do a very good job. Anyways, when Troy comes back over here like I said he did, Ryan and Gabriella are doing this, like, two-step thing because Ryan's trying to show her this two-step thing. And it looks sus to Troy, and I think it's pretty innocent. However, Ryan, once you notice the tension, maybe don't wrap your arm around her. Little tip. Just that's all I want to say. So that obviously upsets Troy, and then maybe I'm missing something. I'm sorry. I really should watch these films before I talk about them. Troy got promoted, is the word. Troy got promoted to a golf instructor because apparently Troy's really good at golf. So, anyways, Sharpay finds out about Ryan's little dance menagerie thing, you know, like you see the thing he's doing, he's choreographing this stuff. So what she does is she tells the manager, she tells him, hey, make it so that the workers can't compete anymore. And apparently he's very open to suggestion. Oh wait, no, he's her boss. No, she's his boss, so he has to follow her orders. So basically, he has to do that. So he says, okay, you guys can't do this anymore. So they're all really sad about that, and Ryan is devastated, and so is Gabriella. So Gabriella goes and talks to Troy like it's his fault, and she keeps telling him, oh, you've changed, and then they have this whole song about Gabriella needing to go her own way, and so Gabriella quits her job, which is stupid. And I'm pretty sure that they both break up, and this scene, I felt this scene where Gabriella gives Troy back a necklace he gave her at the beginning of the film with a T for Troy, which it's kind of vain to be honest. And but that scene hurt. That scene, I could feel that. And how do I say this? Gabriella, you're stupid. You could just break up with Troy and keep your job, because the job is a source of income, which is a source of money, which you as a high school student could use in the future, you know. Just a thought. Don't have to quit your job, just break up with the boy. So this makes Troy really, really upset, right? Because he's like, oh, have I changed? Am I a meanie? So he goes and does this like whole...
Hold up. The whole reason Troy does this is because he learns about, you know, Mr. Fulton saying that they have to work on the talent show date, and they can't do the talent show. That's why he's doing this. All right, back to the video.
In the morning, he goes out and he's like, this is Bet on It. This is probably one of the most memorable scenes from any Disney Channel original movie. Bet on It, one of the most memorable scenes and songs, and one of the most famous. Like, it's basically him going out and saying, hey, I won't let this new stuff define me. I'm gonna be who I want to be. But before he did that, he went and talked to his dad about it, and his dad was like, hey, bud, what you're doing is for your future. And Troy says like, oh, but my friends, they don't respect me anymore.
I've been so focused on my future. I mean, Gabriella quit. Chad won't talk to me. I don't see the Wildcats running around here.
Is this about going after what you want?
Yeah.
Who cares? Who actually cares? You have a great job. You have like $300 a month. Not a month. Like $300 a week coming in steady income from this place. So what if Sharpay is your boss? Like, yeah, that's a good salary, and you don't have to date her. And you get to play with these professional athletes all the time, basically securing yourself a future, and you're gonna throw that away because your friends don't like you anymore. I'm sorry, but your friends are just jealous. I'm going to be absolutely 100 with you. You are stupid. Like, you are securing yourself a somewhat stable future, and you're just gonna throw that away because jealousy. Someone else's jealousy. Like that. Come on, pal.
You're getting paid for it. It's called a job. You're invited. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Felt weird.
I love that you got the team working together. But you're not going to be a Wildcat forever. Team is now, and it's good. But everybody's got their own future.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, when you graduate, lots of people are going to be chasing the same opportunities. There's nothing wrong with keeping your eye on the prize.
After Bet on It, he goes to Mr. Fulton and he says, hey, I want my old job back, right? And he's a waiter again. Minimum wage. You know, you could also just keep your current job and tell Sharpay you don't want to sing with her. And then go back to hanging with your friends. And keep your job that gives you $300 a week. And everything would probably be fine. I don't think it's the amount of money you're getting that's the problem, pal. You've messed up royally more than once in this film, and I'm not here for it. So he comes into the kitchen after getting his old job back, and he says, "Hey guys, listen, I don't have my job is, I don't know what he does, but him and Chad end up tugging because they're like, hey, we're bros, right? So I don't remember why, but Troy, after telling Sharpay he's not gonna sing with her, ends up going back and saying that he is. I don't remember why. Well, I do know why, but I don't remember the reason that the characters gave for it. Anyways, goes up to sing, and he starts singing the song that Kelsey wrote, I think it was Kelsey who wrote it. And then Gabriella comes out of the woodwork, out of like thin air, and she's like, hey, we're gonna sing now. So basically, the reason why that the characters told him to sing with Sharpay is because they were actually gonna make him sing with Gabriella. It was Ryan's whole mastermind thing to undercut Sharpay because he's mad at her, I guess, which is fair. But like, we never see Sharpay do her own. She ends up winning. So after the song, she ends up winning the talent show anyway because it's technically her act, technically. But she gives a trophy to Ryan, so she ends up winning, right? But they took away her performance. I'm sorry, that's just kind of mean. That they told her he was gonna sing with her, right? And then they gave Troy a new song, but they didn't give her the new song. So basically, they just tricked her into making a fool out of herself. Well, she didn't actually, but she almost did, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Never mind. As I said earlier, she wins, but she gives the trophy to Ryan because I guess she's learned something like that. Not everything's about her. Which, you know, good arc for Sharpay. Good arc for Sharpay. Still, I hate her character in this film. And then the film ends with them holding hands while fireworks go off and stuff. So let's talk about the moral of this film. I guess the moral is, don't let this stuff change who you are. Like, this new stuff that you're getting, this new, you know, just don't let new success change you, I guess, right? At least that's what I got from Troy's perspective. And like I said earlier when I was talking about Troy and his thing, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because if I put myself into Troy's position, I'm a high school basketball player, captain of my high school basketball team, and I get this job that gives me $300 a week, and I get to play with NBA players, right? I'm not giving that up. Because that's such a cool opportunity. Like, why would you give that up? And I don't think it's unreasonable to want that, right? I mean, like, I guess Troy could say, hey, can my team come play with you guys? Can my team join us? But, like, if they said no, I'm sorry, but your team's just gonna have to wait. Because statistically, after high school, you're probably not gonna be in touch with most of these people that you've known, except for maybe Chad, because Chad and Troy have known each other since they were, like, toddlers. But outside of that, you're probably not gonna keep in touch with many of these people. So, and this is working towards, like, your future professionally and financially. So, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Other problems I've had with this film include Sharpay. Sharpay is so insufferable in this film, and she has, like, 80% of the screen time. She is on screen so often that it's painful. It's actually painful. Like, she's so annoying. Also, Gabriella has, like, I don't know, 10 minutes of screen time. She's not on screen very much. There's, like, none of her in this film, which I think is kind of weird, since she was, like, the main character in the first film. Things I did like about this film. The music, I think, was pretty good. I really enjoyed the music. A select few songs. No, all the music were bangers, just like in the first film. I digress. And I think they made Ryan's character much more fleshed out and much more than just, you know, Sharpay's poodle, and Chad's character is also expanded upon. Taylor is still a blank canvas, and yeah.
Hold on a sec, I'm gonna talk about another thing I didn't like about the film. For a lot of the film, it just felt like they were trying to do the first one again. Even with, like, the songs, like, you have You're the Music in Me to This is the Start of Something New, I Don't Dance to Stick to the Status Quo, Every Day to Breaking Free, All for One to We're All in This Together. It's just, there's very distinct parallels that you can notice. So it just feels like this film is not trying to be its own film, but it's just trying to do the first film again, which kind of put me and Jost off. And this movie poster is super, super ugly. Back to the video.
I don't like this film as much as the first one. I think I gave the first one like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. This one's like a 5. It's a 5 out of 10. It's not that great, but in comparison to a lot of other like low budget bad films that I've seen, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's definitely the worst of the High School Musical films that I've seen, in counting the spin-off starring Sharpay. So we'll see how the third one goes. Well, I guess this is adios.